In the heart of a bustling city, hidden away from the chaos, stood an old grand library that few knew about. The Atherton Library was an architectural marvel with towering bookshelves, intricate wooden carvings, and stained glass windows that cast colourful patterns on the floor. It was a place where time seemed to stand still and whispers of the past echoed through its halls. One evening, a young historian named Clara decided to visit the library. She had heard rumors about its vast collection of rare books and manuscripts, and her curiosity got the better of her. As she entered, she was greeted by the elderly librarian, Mr. Whitaker, who had been the caretaker of the library for over 40 years.
"Welcome to Atherton Library," he said with a warm smile. "Feel free to explore, but remember, the library closes at midnight."
Clara nodded and began her exploration. As she ventured deeper into the library, she stumbled upon a section she had never heard of before, the silent wing. Intrigued, Clara walked down the narrow aisle lined with ancient leather-bound books. The air grew colder and an eerie silence enveloped her. She noticed a book lying on a pedestal at the end of the aisle.
"What is this place?" she whispered to herself.
It was a large, dusty tome with a strange symbol on its cover. The title read, "The Secrets of Atherton."
Her heart raced with excitement as she opened the book.
The pages were filled with handwritten notes, sketches, and cryptic messages. One passage caught her eye.
"Beware the silent wing, for it holds the secrets of those who vanished. Seek the truth, but tread carefully, for the past is a shadow that cannot be outrun."
As she turned to leave, she heard a faint whisper.
"Help us!"
Clara froze, her heart pounding in her chest. She looked around but saw no one. The whisper came again, this time louder and more desperate.
"Help us! Find the truth!"
Clara hurried back to the main hall, clutching the book tightly.
"Whitaker, I found this book in the silent wing. It talks about people who vanished. What does it mean?"
Mr. Whitaker's face paled and he closed his book slowly.
The silent wing is not a place for the curious. Many years ago, people who came to the library started disappearing without a trace. The only connection between them was their interest in that section of the library. The police investigated, but they found nothing. Eventually, the wing was closed off, but some books remained.
Clara's curiosity burned brighter.
"But what happened to those people? And who is asking for help?"
Legend has it that their spirits are trapped in the library, seeking someone to uncover the truth and set them free. No one has been brave enough to investigate further, until now.
She discovered that all the missing people had been researching a specific event, the Great Fire of Atherton, which had destroyed a significant part of the city nearly a century ago. According to the book, the fire was not an accident but a deliberate act to cover up a sinister secret. Clara found an old map of the city in the book, marked with several locations that seemed to be connected to the fire. She decided to visit these places, hoping to find more information. Inside, she found old newspapers, letters, and photographs that revealed a shocking truth. The fire was started by a secret society known as the Order of Atherton. This group had conspired to eliminate anyone who threatened to expose their dark dealings.
One photograph caught her eye. It showed the members of the Order standing in front of Atherton Library, with Mr. Whitaker among them.
Clara's blood ran cold. She realized that Mr. Whitaker had been part of the society and had been using the library to hide their secrets. Clara rushed back to the library, determined to confront Mr. Whitaker. As she entered, the lights flickered and the air grew cold once again. She found Mr. Whitaker waiting for her, his expression unreadable.
"I see you have uncovered the truth, but knowing the truth comes at a price."
Before Clara could react, the shadows in the library began to move, forming into the ghostly figures of the vanished people. They surrounded Mr. Whitaker, their eyes filled with anger and sorrow.
"You betrayed us. You trapped us here to protect your secrets."
Mr. Whitaker's face contorted with fear.
"I had no choice. The Order threatened my family. I never wanted this."
The spirits advanced, their whispers growing louder.
You must pay for your sins.
As the spirits closed in on Mr. Whitaker, Clara realized that they needed closure. She held up the book and spoke loudly.
I will reveal the truth to the world. The Order of Atherton's crimes will be exposed. Your suffering will not be in vain.
The spirits paused and turned their gaze towards Clara. Slowly, they began to fade, their expressions softening. Mr. Whitaker fell to his knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Clara left the library that night, carrying the book with her.
She published her findings, exposing the Order of Atherton and clearing the names of those who had vanished.
The library was shut down and investigated, and Mr. Whitaker was arrested for his involvement in the Society's crimes. But Clara's journey didn't end there. The shadows of Atherton's past still lingered, and whispers of the Order's influence continued to surface.
Clara received anonymous letters, each hinting at more secrets buried beneath the city.
Determined to uncover every last one, she delved deeper into the history of Atherton, uncovering hidden tunnels and forgotten archives that painted a broader picture of the Order's reach.
In one of these tunnels, Clara found a journal belonging to the founder of the Order.
The journal detailed their rise to power, their manipulation of city officials, and the dark rituals they performed to maintain their influence.
It also revealed a chilling plan. The Order had intended to expand their power beyond Atherton, and their successors were still out there, plotting in the shadows.
Clara knew she had to act quickly. She contacted the authorities and shared her discoveries, but she also knew that she couldn't trust everyone. The Order had infiltrated many levels of power, and finding allies was difficult. She turned to a group of local historians and journalists who had also been investigating the Order.
Together, we formed a coalition dedicated to exposing and dismantling the remaining members.
As Clara and her new allies worked tirelessly, they uncovered more secrets, each more horrifying than the last.
We found evidence of kidnappings, blackmail, and even murders, all orchestrated to keep the Order's secrets safe.
The coalition's efforts began to bear fruit, and several high-profile arrests were made, shaking the city to its core.
However, the more we uncovered, the more dangerous our mission became.
Clara found herself constantly looking over her shoulder, aware that the Order would stop at nothing to silence her. One night, as she was returning home, she noticed a shadowy figure following her.
I quickened my pace, but the figure matched my speed.
Panic set in, but Clara was determined not to be intimidated.
I led the figure to a crowded area, hoping to lose them in the throng of people.
But the figure was relentless, closing in on her.
Just as I was about to confront them, the figure slipped a note into my hand and disappeared into the crowd.
The note contained a single word: beware.
I knew the warning was serious.
She doubled her efforts to stay safe, changing her routines and surrounding herself with trusted allies. Months passed, and the coalition's efforts finally culminated in a massive exposé. The details of the Order's activities were laid bare for the public, causing an uproar.
The remaining members were hunted down, and their grip on the city was broken.
With the Order dismantled and the city beginning to heal, Clara felt a sense of closure.
I had honored the spirits of the vanished, bringing their stories to light and ensuring that justice was served.
The Atherton Library was restored and reopened as a historical site, a reminder of the dark past and a symbol of the triumph of truth over secrecy.
As for me, I continued my work as a historian, uncovering stories and preserving the truth.
The silent library became a part of her legacy, a testament to her bravery and dedication.
And though the whispers of the Order had been silenced, the lessons learned from their rise and fall would never be forgotten.
Clara received a final anonymous letter a year later.
This one was different. It contained a simple thank you.